Greetings and salutations. I'm Madison, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you all of the new vintage and retro items that have come into my possession over the past couple of months. Uniquely Madison. Technically, this is also a bit of a belated what I received for Christmas video because most of this stuff was sent to me as Christmas gifts by subscribers or by my family. So it's a bit of a what I received for Christmas video as well as a vintage shopping video because after Christmas I purchased a few things, so it's a bit of a mix and match of everything. First off, I have pieces that were sent to me from dear friends and subscribers. Some of my friends were very generous this year and kindly sent me big boxes full of vintage. So thank you very much, Stacy and Cindy, for your generosity. It is greatly appreciated, and I'm so happy with the pieces that you sent my way. First, we have quite a few jewelry pieces, starting with these wood hinged bangles. I usually prefer to wear wood jewelry pieces during the spring and summer. That material just seems to fit with those seasons. So with spring and summer right around the corner, these will make a wonderful addition to my warm weather wardrobe. Up next, we have several brooches, starting with this cool and quirky house brooch that is not true vintage, but rather vintage inspired. Next, we have a red Arabian saber brooch with two dangling chains. I've been wanting one of these vintage saber brooches for quite a while. I've seen several of my vintage friends wearing them, and I've always admired how cool they looked, so I was so grateful that Stacy kindly sent this one my way. Up next, we have a 1920s brooch. This is quite a dainty little jewelry piece that is made of silver, and in the center there is a teeny tiny little black stone. The next jewelry piece is a two-piece brooch. This is from the brand 𝓟𝓪𝓬𝓼, which is actually a collectible brand for jewelry collectors. Now, this jewelry item, I'm not 100% sure what it is for. I believe it's for scarves, but I'm not 100% sure because I've never seen anything quite like this before. The front face of the jewelry piece opens up to reveal a mirror, and then on the other side there is this beautiful black plastic with a silver starburst inlay. The last jewelry pieces Stacy sent me were a collection of fruit jewelry. One is a fruit brooch, and then she sent me a pair of fruit earrings. These are quite delicate, so I will probably wear these sparingly, and when I do wear them, I will have to be very careful because they're quite delicate, but they are so beautiful and whimsical. Stacy also sent several scarves, including this green skinny scarf. This brown and green abstract print scarf. And a classic red nylon scarf. Up next, we have two berets. One is a sort of furry, fuzzy, light brown beret that actually matches a fur coat that I have perfectly. And the second beret features some earth tones on a gray base. I'm not sure what this print could be classified as, sort of a Fair Isle inspired print. I'm also wondering if this wasn't handmade because there were no signs of a brand or a tag inside. Moving along to clothing, Stacy also sent me some lovely vintage clothing pieces, starting with this blue, red, and white winter sweater. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite winter sweaters. I adore the design. The fit is perfect. Even though it's supposedly a men's sweater, it fit me perfectly. Up next is a Besame tote. Besame is a vintage makeup brand that I have been supporting for years. I wanted to get one of these totes, but I don't even think they make them anymore, so I was grateful to receive this one. Up next is this blue check print jacket from the brand Pendleton. Even though this is a newer garment from Pendleton, it still retains that fit and style that Pendleton jackets used to have back in the 1950s. This 1970s plaid blouse was a welcome sight when I pulled it out of the box. I am always thrilled to receive casual vintage wear and especially vintage Western wear. The next piece I pulled out of the box was this early 1940s evening gown. This piece is so beautiful. When I tried it on, I was almost in tears for how beautiful it was. It's also quite a unique dress. I have not seen anything quite like it, so it will definitely be a treasured piece in my vintage garment collection. The last piece Miss Stacy sent me was this dusty blue bowling shirt, which fit perfectly. But the special thing about this blouse is not the color, not the fit, but rather what is on the back. The front seems rather simple, but then you turn around and here is some beautiful embroidery as well as the name of the bowling club. Next, we have some items from my dear friend Cindy, starting with this 1950s hat. Interestingly enough, Cindy also sent me a red scarf. However, this one is a little bit different as it is longer and more of a silk material than a chiffon. Cindy and I are both lovers of old books, so she sent me this vintage book that is a forest green color with gold detailing. I have a particular soft spot for dark, rich green books with gold detailing, and this one is so beautiful. But I do not just use them for decoration, I also love to read books, so I look forward to reading My Cousin Rachel as well. Up next, we have a silver cigarette case. I don't smoke, so this will not be used for cigarettes. However, you can use these for so many things, from bobby pin storage to a business card holder. Another accessory piece that Miss Cindy sent me was this circular rhinestone scarf ring, perfect for adding a pop of sparkle to any outfit. Lastly, she sent me this card catalog. At first I didn't know what it was, and then I opened it and realized that it is a collection of note cards that are designed to look like old library cards, which is such a cool idea. It adds such a wonderful aesthetic to just basic note cards. It's not just plain old white note cards. They have a bit of dark academia and coziness to them. So that's what these are. I don't know what I will use them for just yet, but you can always use more note cards around the house. Up next, we have the things that were gifted to me by family members. I have a few fun bits from them, but I also was given some practical items that will aid me and my work on this channel. This book I actually asked for specifically for Christmas. It has been recommended by several fashion historians, and I've been wanting to pick it up for a while now. It is a collection of photographs taken from the Kyoto Costume Institute. Essentially, this is a huge documentation of fashion from the 18th to the 20th century. I wanted this book for several reasons. First of all, it is huge. It's quite a comprehensive collection of historic fashion. And more specifically, I wanted this book because it has actual photographs of vintage garments rather than just illustrations and advertisements. The other book I asked for Christmas was Fashionpedia, the visual dictionary of fashion design. This book is basically a visual fashion dictionary that covers all the technical terms from style to material to production. It is a perfect resource for someone like me who is working to improve their knowledge of fashion terminology and grow their fashion vocabulary. From my mom, I was gifted this champagne-colored tie that I believe is from the 1980s. My dad gave me this cute white squirrel ornament. I had my eye on this little guy before, but I ended up not purchasing him. So my dad went back to the store and surprised me by purchasing it and giving it to me for Christmas. From my brother, I received this Ratatouille Disney mug. Ratatouille is my favorite Disney film, and I like this mug not only for the Ratatouille reference but also for the illustration style. It's very reminiscent of old Disney from the 1940s and 50s. Last but certainly not least, we have my own personal shopping spree where I picked up some true vintage pieces as well as some wonderful retro reproductions. For many years, I have been searching for the perfect reproduction 1940s day dress. Obviously, vintage dresses are quite delicate, and I don't want to wear my vintage pieces all the time because I don't want them to get ruined. So finally, after many years of searching, I found this dress on Amazon, and it is exactly what I was looking for. Casual and comfortable, yet perfectly aligning with my personal style. So if you are also looking for the perfect 1940s day dress, I will be linking this one in the description box below. Next, I purchased this double-breasted black vest from the company Belle Epoque. I've modeled for Belle Epoque several times, and I've been wearing their garments for years now, and I have always been happy with their pieces. The quality is beautiful, and their clothing always fits me perfectly. Next, I found this Art Deco style rhinestone belt that will go with many of my dresses, including the new one that Stacy gave me. So this is a vintage 1940s silver fox fur collar. If you do any research about furs, artificial fur or real fur, you will find that buying vintage fur is the most ethical option. So I only buy vintage fur pieces. I don't buy new, and I don't even really buy new faux fur. This is quite literally the best option if you want a piece like this. The next piece I found was this vintage cream and navy hat that was probably from the 1970s or 80s. However, it will fit perfectly with my 1930s and 40s wardrobe. Last but not least, I found this calendar on Amazon, which features lovely 1920s fashion art prints. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. To help keep my channel going, join my YouTube membership community to gain access to special perks and exclusive content, all while giving my channel financial support. Thank you so much for watching.